set up for. Okay, we're live. So, hello, campers, coming to
Hello.
you from the broadcasting cabin. Um, just want to do some housekeeping here. There's been a lot of nonsense going on in camp. Been a lot of churlish and insubordinate behavior from you all, and Bruce isn't helping. Bruce really let me down. I thought we had turned a corner. You know, he went and got the ice cream for everybody. We've been working all day, fixing whatever the hell Ollie broke here in the broadcasting cabin. Haven't seen Ollie, haven't heard from Ollie in like 2 days. So if anybody sees anything, hears anything, let me know. I'm
Right.
pretty sure I rehired him, didn't I?
It's been so frequent, I don't really know anymore. Let's say you did.
Yeah, I mean, I think
Um,
he's on payroll. I'm pretty sure he cashed his last paycheck. We do still pay him. So the least he can do is quit breaking my nice recording equipment. So
yeah, he got chocolate chip treats all over the
got
control
chocolate
panel.
chip juice all
So
over the controls.
yeah,
But
that's a
besides
deep cut
that,
reference.
once you all decide to behave, really appreciate everybody's doing the daily activities. Make sure you check out
Yes.
the camp website. We've got the schedule posted on there. We try to run down the daily activities, have a rough schedule of events, give you a heads up on what needs to come next. Uh, People, you're getting the patches. We've got a lot of people that are
Yeah.
completing merit badges. We've got some merit and some of the summer camp patch sales, and no, Hillside, this is not a movie tonight. This is a special presentation. It's a discussion. So
Yes, we'll be debating
thanks for coming out, but it's not a movie
the
tonight. We're doing
the
movies Friday and Saturday.
right, yeah. The topic actually, speaking of Friday will it's a movie night and we'll be having a premiere of Madman here on KOH and hosted premiere of Madman. And we that is one of the two features we're debating tonight.
We are.
Which uh, Friday the 13th ripoff movie that should have become its own
It really
franchise.
was, and it shouldn't have.
Um, Madman versus the Burning. Um, and before we jump into that, Shelby has up on the screen here. We have our merit badges, social badge, happy camper badge, and the performance
Performance badge.
badge.
The most difficult to earn.
Right.
You have to submit your talent. It doesn't. You don't overthink this, everybody. But we need to have a video of you doing something. It can be as mundane as you jumping off the porch, as long as you don't hurt yourself.
Well,
But be creative. Come up with something. Dress up. Come in
yeah,
character. Debate a movie. Have a hot take. Whatever it
yeah,
is. But we need those submissions by Sunday evening for Tuesday night's presentation of the talent show. We will be showing the clips unless you send us like death threats, and then we'll have to decide what we do with those.
yeah.
But yes, get those in. The link is on the website. You submit it via the mailbag. I'll give you a Dropbox link to upload your video. We've already had a couple of submissions. I mean, it's okay if you're shy. The merit badges aren't for everybody. We made these in 3 different tiers. There was an easy
Right.
one to get, there was a medium one to get, and there's a hard one to get. If you're a completionist, you gotta complete them. But we wanted to make them approachable, but not too easy. So I will
Yeah.
say we have 2 or 3 that have completed Happy Camper. We've got a lot of socials.
Yeah.
A lot of you have probably completed the requirements for Happy Camper. You need to make sure you apply for it. We won't know who's got what unless you apply because there's a lot to keep track of.
And again, if you have any questions, message us on any social media, Discord, what have you, and we will answer them as quickly as we can.
And again, do not ask Bruce anything. He is completely useless. I would fire him if I could, but I can't get into that. So
Right.
I'm not allowed to discuss that. But so, without further ado, we're gonna jump into our main feature of the night, and that is our discussion or friendly debate, if you will,
Right.
about our two summer camp slashers here.
Mm-hmm.
And Patrick, why don't you give us, for those that are uninitiated, what is Madman and what is the Burning? And you kind of ran over the Burning a bit.
Yeah. Well, let's
Lay
see.
it out for me.
Let me give out some more official synopsises.
Because what you need
Um,
to know mainly is they both came out in 1981, so like the very beginning of the summer camp slasher
oh
trope.
man.
Like these are early, early. early, before a lot of tropes were there.
Yeah, Madman again is a 1981 slasher film. Its plot follows a summer camp caretaker who is horribly burnt from a prank gone wrong, where he seeks vengeance at a nearby summer camp years later. That's The Burning, based off of the Cropsey urban legend in the northeast area. Then Madman is the plot focuses on a axe wielding murderer named Madman Mars, who, after accidentally summoned by a group of campers during a campfire tale, begins to murder the young adults. And that is your Madman synopsis.
Very nice. And I can't get the damn Madman versus
Oh,
Cropsy image to show up. It's weird. It's only showing up. Okay. Well, I was trying to make it look nice because you set it up real great. Well, maybe we'll get that recovered. But anyway, so we're going to launch into this. And we want to hear what you all think. And we have a poll on the official camp blog there at campco.org. So you can also vote. But we're just kind of taking a temperature check to see what everybody thinks about the two. Who's better.
Lycan Kai says, I can barely hear.
The
Is our
levels
audio
on my
okay?
end look okay. Does anybody else have trouble hearing us? I would have thought we had more than one comment if there was a real
Conundrum.
Kai, it might be you. I don't see anybody else talking about audio problems, and I'm pretty sure.
Let us know.
Let me check your level. No,
One, two.
Okay I hear you on live.
Okay.
So, Lycan, I don't know. That might be you. So, if there is you don't hear me. You sure? Because I can hear me on the.
Weird.
Yeah, make sure your volume's up on your end, guys. We're trying not to blow out the speakers. Sometimes OBS likes to, Ollie in the broadcasting cabin, he likes to just blow eardrums out. So check your levels, but I'm hearing everything okay on the live monitor here on YouTube, so it should be okay.
He likes to blow you out.
Yeah. The bearded guy has a name. It's Head Counselor Shelby. Thank you.
I mean, to be fair, we don't
Do
we don't
not
have
refer to
name
me
cards,
as the
so.
bearded guy, campers, please. I'm already thinking up new punishments for you.
Weird.
They really don't.
Margaret. So, yeah, I mean, we're getting things. You're a little.
I've got fine levels on here.
Like Kai says, I switched the phone and can. It's really weird. I think YouTube is just
I
broken
literally
up.
hear myself on. I'm watching it with my moderator account, and I'm hearing myself, guys. So I don't know. It may be something weird. Restart your browser or something. Check the replay. It may just be.
I hear
messed
you a
up for
little bit.
That's weird. I've not encountered that. Usually, if there's a problem, everybody can hear it, or it's not working at all. So, general, that's churlish and insubordinate. You know what? I'm gonna quit reading the comments because they're just gonna keep disrespecting my authority. I mean, and I can shut this whole thing down. This whole camp can be gone tomorrow. I'll kick you all off camp. I'm like this close. So before I get this close, let's talk about The Burning and Madman.
Let's do that, yeah. Everyone in the comments is already talking about their favorite between the two. Shelby, do you want to kick things off with some thoughts from you?
Yeah, so, I'm Shelby, head counselor Shelby, apparently now aka the bearded guy, and we're going to be debating which one of these two summer camp slashers, once and for all, is the better film and the better killer. And spoiler alert, my guy is the one. So we'll let Patrick present his arguments, but I'll tell you why I think Madman is the killer to follow.
Again, they both are pulled from the same urban legend for inspiration, although one is obviously superior.
Okay. Yeah, that's an opinion. Uh, but anyway,
Yeah,
Madman follows a group
baby
of
Cropsy.
counselors and their campers. Oh, what? Oh, you're
Hmm?
gonna tell my story now? You tell your
Yeah,
story
yeah, go ahead. No, go ahead.
because I'm trying to mislead them.
We're
I'm
ready.
trying to make my guy be both since they're from the same urban legend. Okay.
And your crops are waiting.
Okay. All right. Fine. Fine. You do it. You start. Talk about your boyfriend.
Uh, the burning. Um, again, well, I mean, we've already talked about the synopsises, so
Then let's
let's
get
move on.
into why your guy looks better than my guy. Hmm? Since it's all about visuals.
I mean, look at him. He's incredible.
He's
The makeup was done by
incredibly
Tom
disgusting.
Savini, absolute legend of the genre. Dawn of the Dead, Creepshow, Maniac, and The Burning. He created the melted look on his skin, and it's probably way better than if you just think of a melted man. Looks way better than what it actually is. So,
I just wonder what he smells like because it can't be good.
I mean, I have a feeling if it, melted skin, I don't think would have an odor after it's been that way for a while.
Oh no. Okay, well, that's cool. Tom Savini's obviously a legend, and this may be a point in Cropsy's column, but Madman Mars, he's just kind of a normal, crazy looking, woods dude. So, okay. I mean, but his face is like not right. You can tell, but it also looks like he's wearing the skin of another person. And Paul Ellers, the guy that plays Madman Mars, is also like a giant person. So it's like,
Yeah, it's like
yeah,
six
it's like
five,
a
right?
giant person wearing a suit of another giant. And Pete says he smells like Brute aftershave.
That's very specific.
That's a memory unlocked. But yeah, so
Yeah, I
he's a
mean,
tall
he's
dude.
a
Madman Mars,
he's a tall
Paul
guy.
Ellers
I
is a
think
tall guy. So I
I
mean,
think it's
I guess you have to give in the FX department. I would say Cropsy definitely looks more legit. Madman Mars is just kind of you know if Cropsy's like an A plus FX and costume design, Madman Mars is like a C. Right? It's just not the same level of complexity. It's still effective, but it's not. It's not 20 hours of makeup and having to live in like 12 layers of
well,
latex, right? So,
I mean, that's fine. The character design isn't uh
right. But, that's not what they go for in these. So it's all about the kills, right?
yeah,
Yeah. And I
yeah.
think that's where
Added
Madman.
like
Oh, no, no, please. Please.
go
Since you're
ahead.
going to
No,
lose, I want you to have the opportunity to defend yourself.
no, no. I'd like to argue against that actually. I mean,
Oh,
I'll let you go first though.
oh, he's
Talk
one of
about your
these.
Mad makeup.
He's one of these. The books is better than the movie, guys. I haven't seen him finish a book. Those books he's got. It's those fake Kane Hodder books, or not Kane Hodder. What is it? Sutter Kane books. Kane
Okay.
Hodder's books are way cooler than your fake Sutter Kane books. They're just blank inside. Spoiler alert.
Actually, they're not blank. It's
Oh,
just a completely different book, but hey.
oh, well, you just keep your lies to yourself and your bookshelf. Thank you very much. So, Madman Mars, this dude kills people differently every single time. They're all different kills. You got a throat slit, you got a hanging, shotgun, decapitation, and somebody gets burnt alive. Hello, Cropsy. But the greatest of all is, of course, if you've seen the movie, is Stacy. And if you're not familiar, I'm going to go ahead and probably ruin it for you. But if you stick
Spoiler alert.
around, you're going to get to see the movie on movie night. So Stacy's car breaks down, and when she opens the hood to fix it, Madman slams it down on her head, and it is gruesome. It is just like squishy, delicious disgustingness. So go ahead.
I
What does
mean,
Cropsy have on that?
I mean that is wild. That is a lot more wild than most of the kills in the burning. But
That's a pretty unique kill in horror movies. Period.
the single best scene in The Burning is the raft scene where when Cropsey brings up the garden shears and you have that awesome the sun hits him and he massacres the entire raft full of campers. So and I mean besides that, there's not that much to really talk about. But I think the overall, you know, if I had to give this to one film or the other, I'd say probably Madman.
I think it's fair.
I love this. I love the sequence in The Burning, but I think overall you have more memorable kills in Madman.
Hmm.
That's me being nice and giving you that.
Oh,
So
okay. All right. I'm just gotta address a comment in the comment sections. Bobby, this is a discussion tonight. The movies are Friday and Saturday, uh, and I think you have to give it to Madman for the inventive kills. I think you can give the Burning a bonus point for using like garden shears as a weapon. I mean that's pretty brutal, right? That's one of his shticks, but whatever. So, moving on, we're gonna call that 1-1, even though we know
yeah,
who's
all
winning.
right.
So let's talk about you know production and budget and the people
Mm,
behind the scenes. Like we mentioned
okay.
Savini being involved with the burning,
Makeup effects. Yeah.
but yeah, the budget for Madman is insanely low, and it's $350,000. So I think they did a pretty damn good job putting that together for $350,000.
I mean, yeah, I think so too. I mean, I guess
Uh
one kill
oh,
is
way up, dude. It's not having a good time, everybody. We got a unhappy camper. You know what happens to unhappy campers. We haven't instituted a policy yet for unhappy
oh way up,
campers,
dude. I see
but
it. This is worse than watching paint dry. Oh, I'm sorry you think
yeah,
that.
it's horrible. We didn't force you to turn on YouTube tonight, so but please continue.
Um, so yeah, so I mean, so it costs how much again? How much was the
350.
budget?
Okay.
350. Okay. So I guess the majority of that budget went to that one head smash
Well,
kill, right?
putting blood in
Right.
condoms is expensive. That's how they pulled off that effect.
The Burning, however, was produced by much bigger names than Madman. Um, Tony
Malone.
Milan
Malone.
is the director's name. He had a budget of 1.5 million. So, not to mention that it features Jason Alexander and Holly Hunter in the film. So, pre Seinfeld days for Jason for sure.
I mean, that's pretty cool. I'll give the movie that. It does have Jason Alexander. There's not enough movies with Jason Alexander in them. One of my favorite Jason Alexander movies is Blank Man.
And there's also Shallow Hal.
Shallow Hal as well.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, okay. I mean, so on this one, I feel like I like Turtles too. I feel like in this one, you could go either way on assigning a point, right? So Cropsey had a better production budget, had more experts who knew what they were doing, more established filmmaking, but Madman pulls off what they pulled off on, you know, an eighth of the money. So are you impressed with doing more with less, or are you impressed with having skilled people with just the right amount of money to pull it off? So I don't know. I don't know. I guess I'm more of a polished person myself, even though I appreciate the efficiency of a budget, and it hurts me to say so as a moderator, but I'm going to give the point to the burning. But what does
what's
the
the on
audience
the
think?
website?
Yeah. What do you all think? Do you?
So on our website campco.org, there's a poll who's the better killer, Madman Mars from Madman or Cropsey from The Burning, and we have 7 votes on there, and 4 of them say Madman Mars and 3 say Cropsey.
Well, you can't lie with
So
those numbers. So it remains
I
undecided. Anyway,
I do have I do have some comments
okay.
though. I mean, are we done with our debate
I mean,
or
the
back
debate
and
was
forth?
over before it started, but we haven't even talked about the score and the other things. But let's take the temperature here. What's everybody thinking? I feel like I'm seeing a pretty even split.
Let's see. My man had Fran from the original Dawn of the Dead. Yes, that's correct. Galen Ross. She was also in Creep Show as well in the segment with Leslie Nielsen and Ted
Oh God,
Danson.
yeah, classic.
I'll have I'll give Madman a point for having a dramatic bearded man telling the story at the beginning. Can never have enough of
You're
those.
right, and I haven't even become dramatic yet, campers.
That's a very debatable.
You wouldn't like me
Um,
when I'm dramatic.
I will say though that Madman has a really cool
Mm.
song, like
Mm-hmm.
campfire song. That's really cool.
Well,
Um,
I like how Madman is presented as like a campfire story gone horribly wrong, right? Like that's kind of like the little bit of a with the bearded guy telling the story at the beginning. It's kind of fun in that way, you know. But
yeah, and well, and honestly though, like if you think of it, Madman takes place in the course of one night. So and like I don't think there's ever one shot of daylight. So that's pretty unique in that scope and sense of things. Um, so which film do you think would have fit the bill better for having a long running franchise like
it's
Friday
probably
or
Cropsy just
Halloween?
because of the production budget. You had enough people that would probably stick around if you got the money.
Hmm.
You could do a lot with it. I mean, they basically it was the same killer summer trope that's established there, right? I mean, fuck. You got Friday the 13th craps out 25 sequels, and it's the same movie, just in sometimes different settings. So one time in space,
Um,
but it doesn't change. It doesn't really get any better. There's some gems here and there, but like outside of like the first three, it really falls apart. You get the Tommy Jarvis arc. That stuff's
you have
fun,
your
but
yeah, I was gonna say you have your Tommy
that's
Jarvis
fun, and they let that
trilogy of
die.
films.
Like they don't do that right. It's the same problem with a lot of these long running
Oh,
franchises.
we got that pseudo sequel to part seven when we did the Friday Phantom
That's true.
marathon.
That's true. But we had some interesting universe entries in the fan film category, so that was fun. And there's lots more fan films, so they're kind of filling in the gaps that we don't get the proper studio treatment from because they just want to make the same movie every time. Like what
I mean, there
wasn't that
hasn't
what
been
the
any
what
Friday
was the last one they
film.
made? The one in
The remake,
2013. What was it? 2014,
nine, oh nine,
09, whatever it was. It was
11.
basically it was like Rob Zombie's Halloween for Friday the 13th. I mean, like, dude, what are you doing? Just make
Yeah.
a new movie. So, all right. So yeah, Cropsy definitely would have the franchise for sure.
Okay.
But we heard it from a little bird, that there could be another entry to the other series. Uh, don't act surprised. We were talking. You remember when we talked? We talked to somebody who knows things about Madman.
Yes. Yeah. I know.
So let's just we'll keep it in our pocket right here with all the confiscated items. We'll be going around tonight and checking the cabins again. So enjoy your ill-gotten gains.
Yes, and don't forget this bad boy right here.
That bad boy
It's
is
on. It's on your
primo. It's
screen.
high quality shit. Uh,
Pick it up.
you can iron that on or you can sew that on. That's a real patch, people. And we're sending it out. If you purchase that, we'll send it with all the merit badges you've earned. So,
Yeah.
I mean, if you've already got merit badges, why not get the nice centerpiece to build your collection around? I mean, think about it this way, campers. Do you want to be a master camper like me? Look at all these merit badges. You can only earn those here, guys. Come on. Why wouldn't you complete the set?
That's
So,
years and
this is
years of hard
dedication.
work and dedication at
I came
Campco.
out of the womb head counselor. Okay? I've been born for this job.
And the big shout out, by the way, to um, Horror Babies for making all this awesome horror baby merchandise. Uh, check them out. Also,
Oh, so I guess we've kind of left this on a cliffhanger, haven't we?
we mean
Our decision. I think we'll leave it up to the community. I think we have a split
again,
decision right now. We need a
we will
tiebreaker.
do a
We need
poll.
when
We'll do a
yeah.
poll on the YouTube community. How
Yeah,
about that?
we'll combine all the results. So we'll have a poll up here on YouTube as well. We need you all to break this tie and determine whether The Burning or Madman is the better 1981 summer summer killer. Uh,
If we have any fans of Dead Pit Radio, Friday night when we do our Madman presentation on movie night, the creepy Kentuckian himself, Wes Vance, one half of Dead Pit Radio, will be a
he will
guest
be
and
sharing his
talking
wisdom
to us.
with us.
He's a huge Madman fan,
Yes.
so he'll definitely give us his thoughts on Madman, his thoughts on Madman versus Cropsey, and all sorts of new cool things happening with the Dead Pit.
Yeah.
So don't miss
It'll be
that.
fun. So we'll just run through before we wrap up tonight. Let's go over our schedule here for the next 2 or 3 days so everybody's on the same page.
Okay.
So tomorrow is
Tomorrow
the
night
dance,
is Camp Dance, correct?
and I'm on the fence about whether or not we're going to have it because of the behavior that I've been seeing in camp. You all have not been following the rules, and there's been some weird stuff happening, and I haven't heard back from my boss. We're supposed to get our camp phenomenologist Calvin to come out and check things out. He's on the up and up. He's one of KMK's top researchers. He's going to help us figure out what the hell's going on. But we're going to play it by ear tomorrow, see what happens. We may have to reschedule, but you all need to be on your best behavior so I don't have to punish you with a series of lectures and readings of Shakespeare. So tomorrow, up in the air, we'll figure out what's going on. But Friday, if all things hold out, we're going to be showing Madman. We're going to have a movie night, and we're going to have the
Correct.
Creepy Kentuckian join us. We're going to be around the campfire
Yep.
out of the broadcasting cabin with
hmm
everybody.
And then
Saturday's
Saturday
our,
we
our
have
double feature
Saturday
movie
we
night.
have well, and then we have let's see during the day we have a special hike.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Do you want to tell them a little bit
Yeah,
about that?
so as you all know, the
But since
woods.
since
Yeah.
since yeah, I was gonna say since the woods are closed off this year, you can explain that a little bit.
Well, the woods are off limits because of there's a lot of like underbrush that's been built up. The camp maintenance crew has not really been on it this year. There's been an increased fire hazard, and so KMK didn't want everybody walking around the woods this year. So the trails have been closed, but we have special permission to take you all on a guided hike, and we're gonna let you all decide where we go. It's going to be a choose your own adventure style hike. So hopefully everything's above board and it'll be fine, but it's going to depend on the decisions you make. So no pressure, but you're going to need to be well hydrated, well rested, and not possess contraband because the woods don't
Mm,
like contraband. And
that's
you
true.
need to stay out of the woods. This is the only time we're going to allow you in the woods. If you've been in the woods for any other reason, you should not have been, and you
That's
may
right.
not. You may not have a good time if I find out you've been in the woods without permission.
And then later that night on Saturday, we will be having another movie night, and this is the last double feature of camp. It is a special presentation of Dark Knight of the Scarecrow and Dark Knight of the Scarecrow 2.
Electric Boogaloo.
So, um, yeah, definitely excited to watch those. Haven't seen Dark Knight of the Scarecrow 2, so that will be a fun watch. Do you want to tell them about what's coming Sunday?
Well, now I'm apparently wearing a wig. So on Sunday, I will be taking my wig off for everybody to see what I really look like. And then we will have a delightful little showdown that is known as the fishing tournament. And this is going to be fun. And so obviously, if you have a crazy ass fish story you want to tell, you could tell it. But we're really going to look to see what the best items
Y-
in your collection are going to be. So we're
Yeah.
fishing for compliments.
What's your biggest
Your biggest
catch
catch.
of horror memorabilia? Is it a autograph, a poster, a physical media release? Is it some weird promo
Is it a
item from a
body
film?
mummified in your basement? Who knows?
Yeah. I mean,
We want
yeah.
to find
So
out. So, and then that evening, weather permitting, we may have another campfire night where we read submitted stories. We have a few late submissions that didn't make it for the first campfire, so if we can get a few more, send them in. If not, we'll come up with some. But we have like 4 right now. If we have like at least 6, we can do another campfire. And if the rain holds off,
And if
you know,
and if we do that,
we'll let everybody
are
know.
we going to be doing that on YouTube or just Discord
It may
only?
be Discord only because it'll be kind of impromptu. But send
Okay.
us your stories. We'll have something on YouTube to tell you we're in Discord. If you're not in the Discord community, please come join us. That's where most of
Link
the
is in the
activity is.
description.
But yeah, so that's going to be your schedule through the weekend. Remember,
Mm-hmm.
we need your talent show submissions by the end of Sunday too. So be working on that. Doesn't have to be
Right.
fancy. Doesn't have to have crazy production value. It can be something you've done before. We want submissions. I mean, within
If you
reason.
just
Make sure it's like not crazy long. I mean, everybody's gonna have a little bit of time. We may have to make some edits. So yeah, if you have any questions, ask a counselor. Don't ask Bruce. He's worthless. Don't know where Ollie is. Hopefully he gets his ass back in the cabin here and fixes what he broke. Because I don't intend on staying up till 4 fixing it tonight. And
no.
stay tuned to the radio. Make sure you get your daily news and updates and jams. And anything else, Patrick?
I don't think so. Again, also in the description we have a link to Escape Tabletop Games. You can use promo code KOH Summer Camp to receive 15% off of your order.
Mm-hmm. Oh yes, yes.
You can buy the base game of Psycho Killer in any of the expansion packs. So that promo code is again KOH Summer Camp.
And it's in the day 4 blog post too, and it's an Australian website. That game company's Australian, so make sure you change the currency. It looks a little weird before you
Yeah.
check out, but it should be a lower price than it's shown. It should be around $24 to $26 after conversion. Obviously, if you're outside the country and you want to buy it, your conversion rate may vary, but
Yeah, right,
take
correct.
advantage of that 15% discount. It's the cheapest place you can get it anywhere, and you're also
Hmm.
supporting the creators directly. Don't give Jeff Bezos some more
Yes.
money; he doesn't need it. So, uh, with that,
That being
campers,
said,
we're gonna
yeah.
call lights out. So I'm gonna give you all like 10 minutes to get your ass into the cabins, and then I'm gonna come around and lock the padlocks for your safety. Do not run from the spotlights. Do not go into the woods. Stay out of the water, and listen to the radio. The radio's your friend.
And don't play video
And do
games.
not
So
play video games. I swear to God, if some of you all got your Game Boys back from Bruce, I'm going to break your thumbs. And it's going to be real hard to go fishing without thumbs, I assure you. So, with that, campers, good night.